Good. Good evening, everyone. February 10th, 2025, 7 p.m. Select board meeting. Is it customary? If you can join us for the pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. The first one is citizens input. I don't see anybody here. And then we move to the next one. 7 p.m. Citizens abatement request.
Jesse Riddell has joined us. We do have some new forms that you'll see, and Jesse will be going over them. But essentially, you will get the form similar to what you've had in the past, and the write-up similar to what you've had in the past. The abatement requests that are a little extraordinary, which you have before you, those will come in that format, and Jesse can go over that and kind of explain what those abatements are all about. We did have one that I'll touch on. Mr. Stewart had submitted one relative to a new trash container, and there was some misinformation or miscommunication, I should say, with regard to that. So I would recommend that the board approve that that abatement request.
Okay.
You don't have to do them individually. You can do them all
Okay.
together. And Jesse, you want to go over the other ones that the board has?
Yes, absolutely. I don't know, can everybody see me okay?
Hi, Jesse. How you doing?
Great. How are you tonight?
Good.
All right,
Good.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're frozen, Jesse,
Yeah.
but we are here.
Oh, I thought the issue was on my end. My apologies. Yeah, I was gonna say.
Now you find me. See you.
All right, fantastic. Yeah, so essentially what we've done here at the DPW is we've got abatement requests, and this is for somewhat unusual events such as water leaks, things of that nature. What we've tried to do here is put together a little report of what the resident or the owner is requesting. And the DPW has had a chance to review and make a recommendation based off of the information that we have. So we have two abatement requests in front of us tonight. The first one is going to be for Speedway. This is 199 Hartford Avenue. The recommendation on this follows, so the quarterly billing was received. Under review and analysis, it appears that the leak was repaired shortly thereafter. So we have a recommendation to abate in the full amount. And when I say that, I mean back down to what the average consumption would be for this address. So we take 6 quarters, we do the average, and anything that's outside of that, we're recommending the abatement down to that amount.
Okay. And
You want to do the next one, Jesse?
yeah, let's do the
Yep,
next
I
one.
can. Yep, absolutely. And I can hop in on the next. So the next is 69 Locust. And on this one here, it's a little different in that we have the history on this. The repair was not made after the initial high bill. It actually went for an entire quarter before the bill, or the second bill was received again at an exorbitant rate, in which time the repair was made to follow. So the recommendation on the second one for 69 Locust Street is a partial abatement, and that's really due to the timing. So again, a full quarter had gone by with no activity or no movement towards fixing the repair. The follow-up or second quarterly billing had gone out, in which time we saw the repair made afterwards. So our recommendation on this one here is a partial abatement.
Okay. So we'll make a motion on.
Now, I make a motion to approve the abatement for John Stewart, 991 South Main Street in the amount of $58.20. I will then make a motion for Speedway LLC in the amount of $750.60. Well, the total abatement would be $1,008.17. And then,
Wait, no, I think,
no,
Jesse, is one abatement $750.60 and the other one $1,008.17?
Yeah, so it spans over 2 quarterly billing. So we actually have the abated amount of 168.49 to be abated. So the revised amount on the first one is 155.16, and the second one, the revised amount is 132.40.
That's not.
No, I don't.
That's not,
Oh, you're looking at 69 Locust. We were talking about.
we are on
We're
199.
looking at 199 Hartford Ave.
My apologies, my
That's okay.
apologies.
So,
What?
no, I know. So there's two separate abatements, correct? One for one
Yes,
billing
that's correct.
cycle, one for another.
Oh,
billing
okay,
cycle. Yeah.
okay, then I'm gonna revise my motion
Yeah.
to Speedway LLC for 750.60 and 1,008.17. And then 69 Locusts, William and Donna Tetrolt is $280.75 and $168.49.
Well, okay. That was, the first one is what Jesse wasn't recommending we abate.
He's not.
Correct, Jesse?
Jesse, you're not?
Right, so we're actually, we're recommending to deny
Oh,
the second
okay.
request, so the abated
Alright, I
amount
got
of
the
two
full
hundred and $280.
All right. Revise my motion and just
okay,
Just the 168.
is the one for 168.49.
okay.
Sorry.
That's okay.
No, and you know, we'll look to maybe even refine this further, so it's a little bit cleaner for everybody moving forward. We tried to have everything available and transparent, but I think at the end of the day, we'll just make one motion at the end of or one recommendation at the end of it to clean this up a little bit.
Perfect.
Yeah, that will be, yeah, that will be.
I do like the little bit of a note with it though, Jesse, that explains it. That's better than
Excellent,
I had in the past. I like that better. Just,
excellent.
we need to change the deny and the full because it's a little confusing at the bottom.
Yeah, so what we can do moving forward is just combine the two together and just have one recommendation at the end of it. Yeah, I agree with you. You know, I think for transparency, we were trying to show the 2 quarters, but we'll try to clean it up a little bit moving forward. Yeah, that way it's a little easier to make a motion on.
Okay, thank you.
That's perfect. So we have a motion. Do we have a second? Okay, we have first, we have second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Mike?
Aye.
Aye, perfect. Call roll.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
while Jesse's here, could we just address one other item?
Oh, absolutely.
As you know, we annually, we appropriate a certain amount of money for snow and ice. And it's
Okay.
one of the few items at the legislature, there's legislation in place that allows us to deficit spend, and we're at that point where we need to authorize deficit spending. We haven't expended the entire $275,000 snow and ice budget yet, but we're getting close to that point. I think there's about $60,000 left.
Okay,
There's an order of salt that was put out, I think, last week that will be coming in, and there's bad weather forecasted in the week ahead. So we would need to approve that snow and ice deficit. So essentially what we're doing is voting to allow the DPW to continue
Deficit spend.
snow and ice
Yeah.
operations and deficit spend. And that is something that we do annually right around this time, sometimes earlier, depending on how bad the weather is. Jesse, anything to add on that?
Yeah, no, Dennis, I think you hit the nail on the head. So the way we're tracking with the recent storm that came through, I did update our figures. We're right on, you know, as far as the next storm will probably put us over at this point. So yeah, we're looking to move forward with that. We haven't quite gone into deficit spending, but we're right on the edge of it.
I'll also move. I'll move to let the DPW deficit spend. Second, Jen.
so we got first, we got second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it. Mike?
Aye.
Perfect. Forward. And by the way, Jesse, on that topic, and it's I think I reached out to you, and it's so great to know and see how hard the DPW and then our first responders works on during the storms. It's and it's not the new thing, but I mean, it's greatly appreciated for everything you guys have done. And thank you so much for all the hard work.
Thank you for the positive words. We appreciate it. Crew's doing a great job, and we'll keep on it.
Thanks, Jesse.
Yeah.
Thank you all.
Okay. Anything else before we go to the next one? Yes? Okay. I think the other one is gonna be a vote on useful life of the ambulance,
Yes.
Should I just do the motion then?
That'd be great.
please.
Okay. I move that the maximum useful life of the department equipment listed below to be financed with the proceeds of the 503,000 borrowing authorized by the vote of the town passed November 20th, 2024. Article 6 is hereby determined pursuant to general law, chapter 44, section 7, parenthesis 1, to be as follows: ambulance bonds, 503,000, maximum useful life, 5 years.
Second, Jen.
Okay, we got first, we got second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Ayes have it. Okay, under the, anything under the old business,
That was painless.
Dennis? And
And the old business, we have some breaking news. I know, I had spoken with, Jen about this previously. We had talked about trying to bring the 4th of July back to the 4th of July, and we were able to get that accomplished. Fortunately, the pyrotechnics company has indicated that, they've got an opening and we'll be back to the 4th.
Oh, nice, nice.
So it was,
Exciting.
good news, so it was great news, and we'll have the usual, band lineup and,
Nice.
back to the 2018 version of July 4th.
nice.
Yeah, which was the last time we did
Yeah,
it.
that was
Yeah.
definitely missed,
Yeah.
I think, it's,
Yeah.
that's perfect.
Yeah.
Anything else under the old business?
Nope.
Okay, under the new business,
Before we get to that, Marjorie's here tonight for the Commission on Disability. She is
Oh.
an applicant, and so there was just a confusion about when she was coming in, so I told her we can just do it tonight, if that's okay.
absolutely, yeah,
Come on.
please.
She put in her application to be on the Commission on Disability.
Nice to see you, Marjorie. See
Marjorie, how you doing?
Good.
Okay,
I'm not sure what I'm supposed
So
to.
just tell us a little bit about yourself and why you want to be on the commission.
I've had a lot of practice being disabled, many, many years. I have been a disability advocate more informally for lots of things that I've been doing. Many of you know my Easy Walks in Massachusetts trail guides that are specifically focused on mobility and other disabilities and helping people with access to the outdoors. So I notice when there are things going on in town, structures and other such. Mostly I'd like to know what else the Disability Commission is doing and be part of helping it be a more effective or more visible kind of commission. So I think Bernadette Revard was the one that said, I think you'd be good for this. Okay, I'll find out. I don't even really know when they're meeting. I should
So
check.
Dennis is on the commission, so
Yep.
you might be able to tell her a little bit.
Absolutely, we meet, the last time we met, unfortunately, was
The
the
day that,
day that Beth
Passed.
got sick and
Okay.
passed, and we had a meeting that morning, so that was our last meeting. We had one scheduled for February, I believe, but we'll be gearing up. We typically meet every 2 months, and if we have complaints come in, then we would hold a meeting that much quicker if we had a complaint that needed to be addressed. So
Basically
usually it's
just-
about twice a month during the day.
During the
We
day.
usually meet at 10 o'clock in the morning,
Mhm.
and yeah, so. no,
Yeah, I'm self-employed. I work from home. I do lots of things at home, so I'm flexible
okay.
to meet when it's helpful.
Excellent.
Do you know who will be organizing the meetings?
Yeah, it'll be Caroline.
Caroline.
Caroline Sasa, she's our new human resources director, so we might even schedule a meeting before then, but we'll be in touch.
Great.
Certainly, if the board appoints you, we have to have that formality
I
first.
wasn't sure if there was even other candidates.
We have not had
Yeah.
any applicants.
No, we appreciate
Yeah,
you.
we do
We
appreciate
appreciate you applying and coming forward. That's great.
I'm already being the little squeaky wheel, so
Yeah.
I'm happy to
Right,
bring some more attention.
that's
Great.
wonderful.
What might be helpful.
We appreciate that.
yeah, we appreciate that, definitely. I don't have any questions, ladies?
No, I don't have any questions. Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion to approve Marjorie, to the Board of Disability, the Disability Commission.
Second, Jen.
So we got first, we got second, all in favor, say aye.
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 You'll be a good addition.
I have it. Congratulations and thanks for your time.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks, Marjorie.
Hey, Marjorie, I'll
Working
have,
with you.
I'll give your information to Caroline and she'll reach out to you when they're ready to schedule them.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming
Thank
in.
you.
I'll take
Thank
care.
you.
Thank you for all you're doing.
Thank you.
Thanks for stepping up.
Do what we can.
Awesome. Thank you. Have a wonderful.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you for
So,
doing that.
Oh, absolutely.
She was here.
Yeah, I didn't even see her. So, thank you. So the next one is on the new business, Veterans Advisory Committee, Mr. Hennessy.
Yes,
wanna
apologize
talk
that
about
my
that a
voice
little
has
bit?
been coming in and out throughout the day. I was just talking with a few of the local veterans, Jim Hastings being one of them, and looking at possibility of doing, instead of having just like the Memorial Day Committee, there's a lot of projects in town that Jim Hastings does out of the goodness of his own heart, such as the Wreaths Across America, the decorating of the town squares. So I was thinking, why don't we just have like a veterans committee, or as Jim put it when I talked with him, a veterans council made up strictly of veterans. And all the things that Jim does out of the goodness of his heart, just for Jim being Jim and the person that he is, we have like an actual committee or a council that does it. So Jim doesn't have to feel obligated just to do it himself all the time. It'll be a whole committee in support of a lot of people behind him. When I was talking with Jim and a few other veterans in town, possibly, starting at June 1st, that way the existing Memorial Day Committee, could stay in place. And then that committee, because I know there are a few veterans that are on that, just a few non-veterans that are on that committee, could stay on as like a subcommittee. But the actual Veterans Committee would be made up of veterans, either, 4 or 5 veterans, from within the community. I think there is enough interest of actual veterans to do that. So that was my thought. I have the support of a few other veterans in town. And then the other possibility is basically, since Jim Hastings is a fixture, having him just be a permanent member of the committee. Basically he can serve on it as long as he wants, and then the other members could be appointed by the board or something like that.
You all set, Mike?
Yeah. Sorry. That's all I
Okay.
got.
I had a conversation with Mr. Hastings, and regarding to this, and then he said he had a conversation with you, and the idea is fantastic. Obviously, Jim does a lot, and he has done a lot over the years. He can definitely use the help. And the only thing is I'm gonna ask, and I'm gonna actually, kind of, go on it, and make sure Mr. Hastings, I don't want him to feel like, he kind of left. And then make sure we didn't get his blessings, with all this idea. Make sure you do your due diligence and then reach out to him as much as possible. And I don't want him to have any kind of hard feelings on this part.
Well, he would be a
Yeah.
permanent fixture on the committee. That's what I basically I got a chuckle out of him. He would basically, I wish, Bellingham could make him like the Commodore or something like that as like an honorary title. But he would be a permanent fixture on the committee until he no longer wants to serve on the committee. He would be one of those, basically, he stays on until he doesn't want to stay on anymore.
Do we have any idea, who might be interested in this committee?
Jim did say that there are several veterans that applied to serve on the Memorial Day Committee, and he thinks they would be willing to serve on this new committee or council. The term that Jim used was council. I know Marlboro has one, Framingham has one, Milford has one. These are veterans councils that are kind of just a group of veterans, and they handle veteran issues, the decorating of all the cemeteries on Memorial Day for the veterans' graves, Wreaths Across America. Any parade that goes on in town, it's the Veterans Council that handles it, and the town just supports them.
I don't have further questions. Mrs. Sebastian, Mrs. Altamanta, if you have any questions, please.
I just want to, I just want to say that I think this is a good idea. I think you calling it a council is a good idea too. However, when it comes to the Memorial Day Parade, I do not want the people who have always worked on it and who are still on it to be, have their noses out of joint either, Mike.
Never,
You know what I'm
never, never.
saying?
That's why I was saying it would be like a subcommittee off of that. They would
Yeah.
have their same roles. Nobody would get snubbed. Nobody's
Yeah.
going to be told their services aren't needed. This would just
Yeah.
be basically because I mean, Jim does a lot on his own. And
know.
I think that Jim needs more support, and this is our way of supporting him. And everything seems to get kind of lumped into the Memorial Day committee just because Jim Hastings is on it. We make a council, and of course, the Memorial Day committee would be, nothing would change. They would continue their roles. This is just basically give them more support.
I think it's a really good idea, I really do. So I'm all in favor of it.
Yeah, I mean, definitely you can.
How many members would you think you'd want on it, Mike? 5?
When I talked with a few other people, we were thinking 5 is a good number, but again, Jim would be a permanent member. You know, basically, it wouldn't be. You know, I think I wish I could remember the term that was used, but he would just basically he can't be. He would be there for as long as he wants, and then the other members could be appointed by the select board like for 3 years or 2 years or however long. But I'm thinking 5's a good number.
I think 5 is a good number too.
So it'd be almost like an ad hoc committee
Right,
Yeah.
right.
that we put together specifically for veterans issues
Right.
outside of, you've got a Memorial Veterans Day committee that handles that. But yeah, I understand what Mike is saying, because a lot of these things, you know,
Yeah,
we
Jim
get
does.
invited to,
Yeah,
Reach
yeah.
Across America,
Yeah.
great decorating
Yeah.
of the different
Yeah.
memorial
Yeah.
squares. The Veterans Day event, I mean, it's a big undertaking. I
Yeah.
know the committee's involved in it, but Jim kind of spearheads it along with Sam Cowell. So I think
Yeah,
it'd be nice to do.
I think it's a good idea, Mike.
We've got potential for more,
Yeah,
a lot of potential to do bigger, more involvement
Right.
across the town.
yep,
And kind of get more, because we all want to be involved, we just need to know.
Yeah,
how.
yeah,
yep.
And I think June 1st is a good start date. That way, again, the Memorial Day committee can do their thing, and then,
yeah.
you know, we can just, start the Veterans Council on June 1st.
Okay,
Okay.
Gonna vote on this?
do we need a motion?
I think it's a good idea to have one.
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion to approve the
Bellingham
creation,
Veterans
thank you, I
Council.
lost the whole word, went right out of my mind,
Yes.
to approve the creation of a Veterans Council.
Second, Jen?
We
Do you
got
want to
fir-
specify member, like?
5 members, a 5-member board. Starting June 1st.
With, like, want to do like annual,
Yeah, let's do an annual, with an annual swearing in, so let's do a 1-year, Mike.
Oh, yeah, whatever you think.
Cause then every year, like
That's
we
what we
do
do, that's what we do with the,
the Memorial Day Committee, yeah,
Okay, that's fine then. So let's go ahead and,
yeah, an
And
annual.
should we have like Jim be like a permanent person or anything like that?
What would we call
what do
him
you
if we
think,
do
Dennis?
that?
What should we,
Deb?
We'll have to think of a term for that one, but I'm sure we can come up with something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
we'll-
Yeah, we can
Yeah.
Okay.
do that when we make the appointments, you can do that.
that's perfect.
Okay, yeah.
So we have the motion, we have a second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it, perfect. 4-0. And then,
I have, under new business, I have one other item I'd like to bring up if nobody minds. Mike, I'd like you to stay.
I'm not going anywhere.
Okay, so, the Bellingham VFW Auxiliary is very involved and they have a media release going out about, their scholarships and contests for elementary, middle and high school students. One of the things they found in the last couple of years is it's been a very low turnout and low involvement, and they really want to get the kids back involved. So for the high school, they have the Young American Patriotic Art Contest. And then they have a 3-dimensional patriotic art contest. And then the grade school is going to have Illustrating America. And that's going to be grades K through 8. So what they're trying to do is get the kids, they are going into the schools too. They're gonna be going into the schools and talking with the kids too. But they really want to get everyone involved. There's going to be a lot more information. You'll be able to get everything within the schools. The kids can get all their information in the schools. And I think it's really important for our kids and our students to learn about what the VFW is all about, what our veterans are all about, what the American values are all about. And I think in this day and age, this is probably more important than anything else we have going on. So the auxiliary and the VFW are doing this, and I wanted to make sure it got out there publicly tonight. You can contact Jillian Alsop or Tina McGowan up at the VFW, who are the auxiliary members.
If they can change their social media post to shareable, we can share it across the platforms. Right now, it's not.
Okay, so Jillian, you listening to me? Tina,
Cause I
you
want
need
to
to
share
get
it,
shareable.
we just can't share, we should share it from a source,
Right, I
not copy
agree.
and paste.
I was gonna say, and I
And,
can put it on our Facebook.
Yeah,
page.
we can do it
Yeah,
across the
yeah, let's do that
platforms.
too, you know?
Yeah,
cause that's really what.
so
parents
what I
want.
can do is, I could actually give Hillary all this, and you could just go ahead and scan it.
Yep.
And make it shareable, how's that?
As long as we make some, right now it's not, it's just
Yep.
kind of private.
Well, we can
make our own,
we
yeah.
can post all that information in our
But this is,
Facebook page.
this is the press release, so we.
So we have to do something exactly right. Right now, it's not that way.
Yeah,
Oh,
I can,
So
yeah,
if we want to do this, we can share.
Yeah.
I can share
Okay.
it.
So I'll make sure that they know that
So we
too.
can put it on the parents groups and the PTOs.
Okay,
That's perfect.
That would be
Things
That's
like
awesome.
that and.
so that's my thing. I
That's
just wanted to
fantastic.
bring that up.
Thank you so much. I think it's a great idea. And then we'll start with that, it's, with our Facebook page
Absolutely.
and get that going, and then.
We just keep, and just keep
Yeah.
going.
Okay, I'll tell Tina and Jillian.
I was gonna share it the other day and I couldn't.
Yeah.
And then it's all right, copying and pasting.
Okay.
That's good from that source.
Great, that's a great idea. Anything else you feel about you?
No, that was it. That's my
Okay.
thank you.
I think good tonight.
And then I think, return to, Mr. Green.
Okay, just a few items, you'll get your binder, we typically put a binder together for the budget. With revenue projections, the full budget detail, the week of the budget hearing, so the budget hearing that we're going to have is March
Correct.
1st. And we have coming in, and if there's anyone else you'd like to have join us, please let me know, but the DPW director, police chief, fire chief, library director, COA director, building commissioner, and I put this in the notes that I sent out to you, and Mr. Morano from the school department will also be presenting the school department's budget. Obviously Heidi, our chief financial officer, will be there to present all the financial budgets, and Hillary and I will present the ones under the select board. So if there are any others that you'd like to see, but I think what you'll see in the budget, it's a level services budget. There's not a lot, I can't speak for the schools, but on the municipal side, there aren't any new positions, any new things that we put in, but we've been able to maintain the level of services that we have, which obviously is important. Last year, we got a big win with the 6 additional paramedics, which was great. But this year, we're able to maintain, and I've got copies of the draft. I'll give them to you this evening. And if you have any questions when you're looking at those, please get a hold of me. But the binder is a lot easier because the pages are all tabbed and you'll be able to quickly
Yeah,
reference
I think
any
she
of
said it was gonna be ready
the budgets.
Friday, the 21st.
Okay, that's great.
Well, we're meeting the 27th, aren't we?
The March
No,
1st.
No, March 1st.
No, I
we're
mean our
gonna be
regular
meeting.
selectmen's meeting.
Yeah. Next one's scheduled, I
No,
think.
the
is
next one is March
March
1st.
Yeah.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Well, I was coming there
Yeah.
on the 22nd.
So we'll have that. for you.
You're gonna be there, you're not gonna be the only
As
one.
soon as they're ready, she'll, either I
You'll
will
have,
or
you'll have the
somebody.
tab copy,
Yeah.
yeah,
I
a
think
week ahead of time.
Friday,
which
the
is great.
21st, yeah.
But the advanced version will give you this evening, we have copies of that. Rob Lucia has reached out to the Executive Office of Living Communities on the housing issue. Hopefully we'll have somebody scheduled next month to
That's
meet with
great.
us virtually, and I told Rob, whatever gets it moving quicker, I think we'll probably get somebody
Oh,
on.
that's good.
And at least understand the process, and
Yeah.
obviously we'll invite the Housing Authority
Mhm.
and the Director Ed Pelletier to join us. And the last item, I mentioned there was an issue with regard to a water main break on a private residence that has been resolved, so that was something
Oh,
that was
Good.
resolved. And finally, be looking for an executive session to, when we're done with business, update the board on negotiations with various labor unions, including the Clerical, DPW, and Professional Administrators Association.
Perfect. So,
So can I have a motion, for the executive session?
So moved.
Second, Jim.
so we got
And I'm gonna-
first, we got second,
Okay, I'm gonna pull the board to go into executive session.
Yes.
yes,
Yes.
Okay, and
Mike-
Mike, and Mike's not gonna join us.
oh, okay, it's perfect,
Okay, we'll have no comment following the
Okay.
executive session.
perfect.
All right.
And,
Thank you.
thank you very much for your time.
Feel better,
And,
Mike?
see you soon, Bellingham.
All right.
Have a good night.
All right, will you shut the door?